All right, time for dinner, and we're on Dueteronmy chapter 5. And Moshe called all Yisrael and said to them, Hear, O Yisrael, the laws and right rulings, which I speak in your hearing today, and you shall learn them and guard to do them. Yahovah your Elohim made a covenant with us in Horeb. Yahovah did not make this covenant with our fathers, but with us, those who are here today, all of us who are alive. Yahovah spoke with you face to face on the mountain from the midst of the fire. I stood between Yahovah and you at the time to declare to you the word of Yahovah, for you were afraid because of the fire, and you did not go up the mountain, saying, I am Yahovah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of bondage. You have no other mighty ones against my face. You do not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of which is in the heavens above, or in the earth beneath, or which is in the waters under the earth. You do not bow down to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahovah your Elohim, am a jealous El, visiting the crookedness of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing loving commitment to thousands, to those who love me and guard my commands. You do not bring the name of Yahovah your Elohim to naught, for Yahovah does not leave him unpunished who brings his name to naught. Guard the Sabbath day to set it apart, as Yahovah your Elohim commanded you. 6 days you labor and shall do all your work. But the seventh day is a Sabbath of Yahovah your Elohim. You do not do any work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your ox, nor your donkey, nor any of your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates, so that your male servant and your female servant rest as you do. And you shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Mizraim, and that Yahovah your Elohim brought you out from there by a strong hand and by an outstretched arm. Therefore, Yahovah your Elohim commanded you to perform the Sabbath day. Respect your father and your mother, as Yahovah your Elohim has commanded you, so that your days are prolonged, and so that it is well with you on the soil which Yahovah your Elohim is giving you. You do not murder, you do not commit adultery, you do not steal, you do not bear false witness against your neighbor. You do not covet your neighbor's wife, nor do you desire your neighbor's house, his field, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, his ox, nor his donkey, or whatever belongs to your neighbor. These words Yahovah spoke to all your assembly in the mountain from the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness, with a loud voice, and he added no more. And he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone and gave them to me. And it came to be, when you heard the voice from the midst of the darkness, while the mountain was burning with fire, that you came near to me, all the heads of your tribes and your elders, and said, See, Yahovah our Elohim has shown us his esteem and his greatness, and we have heard his voice from the midst of the fire. Today we have seen that Elohim speaks with man, and he lives. And now, why should we die? For this great fire is consuming us. If we hear the voice of Yahovah our Elohim any more, then we shall die. For who is there of all flesh who has heard the voice of the living Elohim speaking from the midst of the fire, as we have, and does live? You go near and hear all that Yahovah our Elohim says, and speak to us all that Jehovah our Elohim says to you, and we shall hear and do it. Amen. And we shall hear and do it. And Jehovah heard the voice of your words when you spoke to me. And Jehovah said to me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken to you. They have done well in all that they have spoken. Oh, that they had such a heart in them to fear me and to guard all my commands always, so that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Go say to them, return to your tents. But you, stand here by me, and let me speak to you all the commands and all the laws and the right rulings which you are to teach them, and they shall do them in the land which I am giving them to possess. And you shall guard to do as Jehovah your Elohim has commanded you. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left. Walk in all the ways which Jehovah your Elohim has commanded you, so that you live and it be well with you, and you shall prolong your days in the land which you possess. And this is the covenant, the laws, and right rulings, which Jehovah your Elohim has commanded to teach you to do, in the land which you are passing over to possess, so that you fear Jehovah your Elohim, to guard all his laws and his commands which I command you, you and your sons and your grandsons, all the days of your life, and that your days be prolonged. And you shall hear, O Yisrael, and shall guard to do, that it might be well with you, and that you increase greatly as Jehovah Elohim of your fathers has spoken to you, in a land flowing with milk and honey. Hear, O Yisrael, Jehovah our Elohim, Jehovah is one. And you shall love Jehovah your Elohim with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your might. And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorpost of your house and on your gates. And it shall be, when Jehovah your Elohim brings you into the land which he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzhak, and to Yaakov, to give you great and good cities which you did not build, and houses filled with all kinds of goods which you did not fill, and wells dug which you did not dig, vineyards and olive trees which you did not plant, and you shall eat and be satisfied. Be on guard, lest you forget Jehovah, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, from the house of bondage. Fear Jehovah your Elohim, and serve him, and swear by his name. Do not go after other mighty ones, the mighty ones of the peoples who are all around you. For Jehovah your Elohim is a jealous El in your midst, lest the displeasure of Jehovah your Elohim burn against you. Then he shall destroy you from the face of the earth. Do not try Jehovah your Elohim, as you tried him in Massah. Diligently guard the commands of Jehovah your Elohim, and his witnesses and his laws which he has commanded you, and you shall do what is right and good in the eyes of Jehovah, that it might be well with you, and you shall go in and possess the good land of which Jehovah swore to your fathers, to drive out all your enemies from before you, as Jehovah has spoken. When your son asks you in time to come, saying, what is the meaning of the witnesses and the laws and the right rulings which Jehovah our Elohim has commanded you? Then you shall say to your son, we were slaves of Pharaoh in Mizraim, and Jehovah brought us out of Mizraim with a strong hand. And Jehovah sent signs and wonders great and grievous upon Mizraim, upon Pharaoh and upon all his household before his eyes. And he brought us out from there to bring us in, to give us the land of which he swore to our fathers. And Jehovah commanded us to do all these laws, to fear Jehovah our Elohim, for our good always, to keep us alive as it is today. And it is righteousness for us when we guard to do all this command before Jehovah our Elohim, as he has commanded us. When Jehovah your Elohim brings you into the land which you go to possess, he shall also clear away many nations before you, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Amorites, I just said that, and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And when Jehovah your Elohim gives them over to you, you shall strike them and put them under the ban completely. Make no covenant with them, and show them no favor. And do not intermarry with them. You do not give your daughter to his son, and you do not take his daughter for your son. For he turns your son away from following me, to serve other mighty ones. Then the displeasure of Jehovah shall burn against you, and promptly destroy you. But this is what you do to them. Break down their slaughter places, and smash their pillars, and cut down their Asherim, and burn their carved images with fire. For you are a set-apart people to Jehovah your Elohim. Jehovah your Elohim has chosen you to be a people for himself, a treasured possession above all peoples on the face of the earth. Jehovah did not set his love on you, nor choose you, because you were more numerous than any other people, for you were the least of all the peoples. But because of Jehovah loving you, and because of him guarding the oath which he swore to your fathers, Jehovah has brought you out with a strong hand, and ransomed you with the house of bondage. From the house of bondage, from the hand of Pharaoh, sovereign of Mizraim. And you shall know that Jehovah your Elohim, he is Elohim, the trustworthy El, guarding covenant and loving commitment for 1,000 generations with those who love him and those who guard his commands, but repaying those who hate him to their face, to destroy them. He does not delay to do so with them who hates him. He repays him to his face. And you shall guard the command and the laws and the right rulings which I command you today to do them. And it shall be, because you hear these right rulings and shall guard and do them, that Jehovah your Elohim shall guard with you the covenant and the loving commitment which he swore to your fathers, and shall love you and bless you and increase you, and shall bless the fruit of your womb and the fruit of your land, your grain and your new wine and your oil, the increase of your cattle and the offspring of your flock, in the land of which he swore to your fathers to give you. Blessed are you above all peoples. There is not going to be a barren man or a barren woman among you or among your livestock. And Jehovah shall turn away from you all sickness, and put on you none of the evil disease of Mizraim, which you have known, but he shall put them on all those who hate you. And you shall consume all the peoples whom Jehovah your Elohim is delivering over to you. Your eyes shall not pardon them, and do not serve their mighty ones, for that is a snare to you. When you say in your heart, these nations are greater than I am unable to drive them out. Do not be afraid of them. Remember well that Jehovah your Elohim, what Jehovah your Elohim did to Pharaoh and to all Mizraim. The great trials which your eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, the strong hand and the outstretched arm, by which Jehovah your Elohim brought you out, Jehovah your Elohim does so to all peoples of whom you are afraid. And Yahovah your Elohim also sends the hornet among them, until those who are left, who hide themselves from you, are destroyed. Do not be afraid of them, for Yahovah your Elohim, the great and awesome El, is in your midst. And Yahovah your Elohim shall drive out those nations before you, little by little. You are not allowed to destroy them at once, lest the beasts of the field become too numerous for you. But Yahovah your Elohim shall deliver them over to you, and destroy them with a great destruction until they are consumed. And he shall give their sovereigns in your hand, and you shall destroy their name from under the heavens. No one is going to be able to stand against you until you have destroyed them. The carved images of their mighty ones you are to burn with fire. Do not covet the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it for yourselves, lest you be snared by it, for it is an abomination to Yahovah your Elohim. And do not bring an abomination into your house, lest you be accursed like it. Utterly loathe it and utterly hate it, for it is accursed. Guard to do every command which I command you today, that you might live and shall increase and go in and shall possess the land of which Jehovah swore to your fathers. And you shall remember that Yahovah your Elohim led you all the way these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you, prove you, to know what is in your heart, whether you guard his commands or not. And he humbled you and let you suffer hunger, and fed you with manna, which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, to make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahovah. Your garments did not wear out on you, nor did your foot swell these 40 years. Thus you shall know in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so Yahovah your Elohim disciplines you. Therefore you shall guard the commands of Yahovah your Elohim, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For Yahovah your Elohim is bringing you into a good land, a land of streams of water, of fountains and springs that flow out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land in which you eat bread without scarcity, in which you do not lack at all, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you dig copper. And you shall eat and be satisfied, and shall bless Yahovah your Elohim for the good land which he has given you. Be on guard, lest you forget Yahovah your Elohim, by not guarding his commands, and his right rulings, and his laws, which I command you today, lest you eat and shall be satisfied, and build lovely houses and shall dwell in them. And your herds and your flocks increase, and your silver and your gold are increased, and all that you have is increased. That your heart then become lifted up, and you forget Yahovah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim from the house of bondage, who led you through the great and awesome wilderness, fiery serpents and scorpions and thirst, where there was no water, who brought water for you out of the flinty rock, who fed you in the wilderness with manna, which your fathers did not know, in order to humble you and try you, to do you good in the end. You then shall say in your heart, my power and the strength of my hand have made for me this wealth. But you shall remember Yahovah your Elohim, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, in order to establish his covenant which he swore to your fathers, as it is today. And it shall be, if you by any means forget Yahovah your Elohim, and follow other mighty ones, and serve them, and bow yourselves to them, I have warned you this day that you shall certainly perish, like the nations which Jehovah is destroying before you. So you are to perish because you did not obey the voice of Jehovah your Elohim.